What was old is new again. Let's talk about the DZ Crossfire Rig and do a review on that and tell you why people are moving to this kind of LBE system. Welcome to the Patriot Training YouTube channel. My name is Clay Howell. I'm the owner and head firearms instructor at Patriot Training. The purpose of this video is to do a review on the Crossfire DZ Rig and what you can do with this, and moreover a philosophy of use and why you might want to entertain the thought of obtaining one of these systems for yourself. If your plate carrier is doing all the work, you're missing out. Today's video is going to show you why spreading the load around your waist is a real game changer, why so many people are moving to this kind of a system. And, you know, the philosophy of use is being adopted all over the world. And the funny thing is you're not going to find many U.S. military men that used some kind of LBE belt kit. Nothing like that. It's not widespread in the U.S. military. It's very rare, if anything. However, many foreign militaries go to some kind of an LBE, and we used to use belt kit. Now, granted, the Alice system was not the best system ever invented. It was perfectly fine. It wasn't the greatest. You know, a lot of people talk about the Russian Smersh or the British PLCE rig as being superior, and maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I'm not going to argue about that on this video. We're going to do a review of the DZ Crossfire. And you know what? There's a reason why the belt kit is being used in a lot of your near-peer kind of situations worldwide. And we want to really get into that and show you why, tell you why, and that sort of thing. Talking real quick first, when it comes to belt kits, there's three different levels as far as I see. There's your everyday carry, and that's where you have a good solid carry belt, you know, for carrying your daily pistol, maybe a couple extra items like maybe a tool, maybe a flashlight, maybe a pocket knife or something like that is kept on your belt, and it certainly is there to keep your pants up so that your pants don't fall down under the weight of all those extra items you're carrying. A second level of belt kit might be a gunfighter belt or a battle belt. This would have a holster attached to it with an outside the waistband kind of a pistol. This would probably have magazine pouches for said pistol, maybe even magazine pouches for a rifle, one or two rifle mag pouches. Definitely going to have a place for an IFAK, might even have a place to hold a canteen of water or something like that. And we saw this, especially with U.S. military forces in the global war on terror. Maybe they would wear a chest rig, and maybe they would wear a battle belt as well. And so that's what we're talking about here. A third level of belt kit would be LBE, load-bearing equipment. And this is where the DZ rig comes into play. And that's where you have larger pouches. It is designed for sustainment. It supports a larger load. It can work with plate carriers. It maintains mobility. And, you know, it does a lot of things that our men in the military were doing with the chest rig and the battle belt. The LBE can do that all at once. The DZ Rig is a modern versatile belt kit designed for load bearing and can be used over armor, under armor, and it really emphasizes sustainment and comfort. The DZ Rig and similar have become popular due to observations from near-peer conflicts such as Ukraine, where sustained operations demand ammo, water, and gear management. This kind of rig is focused on a 24-hour sustainment rather than the concept of fight light like just a battle belt would be, and rather than the concept of carrying everything in the kitchen sink like a chest rig, a battle belt, plus a patrol pack. The DZ Rig is comfortable and ergonomic. It distributes the weight to the hips. It frees up space for plate carriers, chest rigs if you want. I sometimes will run with a bandolier. It allows you to go prone. It's very maneuverable. Just a very flexible type of a rig. The DZ Rig is adjustable for height, waist, and body type. On the rear, you will see mesh panels for ventilation on the back. The shoulder straps have D-rings, daisy chains, removable sternum strap. I don't like the sternum strap, so I don't run with it. Others prefer it. The buckles are side release standard, and you can also get a Cobra belt buckle. That's an option as well. The rear butt pack is designed for the sustainment. That's your central sustainment pouch. It is slightly smaller than a traditional American butt pack, and it holds your essentials. The difference in the two sizes of the two rigs are basically in the butt pack itself. The smaller size has a smaller butt pack, the larger size has a larger butt pack. There are side and rear pouches for water bottles or canteens, food, what have you, clothing layers, survival tools, sleeping items, other kinds of tools or needs, batteries, electronics, what have you. Each pouch has bungee cords for securing extra gear, and the pouches don't have to carry any one type of thing. They can double up. They can store your radios. They could store frag grenades, smoke grenades, IFAK stuff, medical first aid, you name it. There are MOLLE attachments on a great many of the pouches around the waist, so that if you want or need to attach more things, it's very easy to do so. The pricing on this rig is very competitive to other LBE type rigs on the market. It comes in at about $350, $360 at the time of this video, and that is one of the less expensive modules out there. I believe most of the other competitors are swinging at about $100 more than that, $200 more than that, and up. You could use this rig for milsim, you could use this for field operations, you could use this for civilian Minuteman concepts, what have you. So this is the review of my DZ Crossfire rig. And what I'll do is I will just start from my left, work around what I pack in the rig, how I do it. Of course, I got this in the Vietnam Tiger Stripe, one of the most classic patterns there is. You can get this in a number of different colors. And I went with the large. There's a large and a medium size. I went with the larger size. I'm a little bit bigger guy. And it says it fits waist from 36 inches and up, and that's right at what I wear in the pants is a 36. So I'm about 6'2". Time of this video, I weigh about 220, 230 pounds, give or take. So if that's a little bit of a help for you in selecting the correct size, excellent. Starting from over here, I have used the MOLLE webbing to attach a dump pouch. One of the advantages to the DZ rig is that you have MOLLE attachments at different points on this rig. And I use the MOLLE here to attach a dump pouch. Moving right along, first package. I use a little bit of the hook and loop, the Velcro, to help lock it down. And you see I have 3 AR-15 magazines. As luck would have it, that's what I have on this side as well. And you see you can hold those this way. You can also hold them that way. Whatever your preference. They go in pretty easy. You can hear it snap into place with the Velcro. You can lock it in right there. And for additional security, you can tuck this under. If I was about to go into action or knew I was about to, I might untuck that so that I can pull down, pull up really quick, access mags fast if I need to. Pouch right next to it is also a magazine pouch. However, I do not keep magazines in here. Could you keep 3 more magazines in here? Yes, of course. You can do with it whatever you want. As for me, I keep my IFAK here. You'll see that I have a SAM XT tourniquet, one of the top tourniquets on the market. It is COTCCC approved, and I have that in a quick deploy pouch. In the main part of the pouch, I have my TX3 tourniquet. This is a thicker tourniquet because you either need to marry 2 tourniquets on a thick thigh, or 1 thicker tourniquet will do. The TX3 is also COTCCC approved, as well as Dr. Gary Jordan of Patriot Training definitely approves the use of these tourniquets. Gloves, gauze for wound packing, chest seals, and shears. Simple stuff, but absolutely critical. And one of the reasons I keep that right there is it rides right here on my hip, so I can grab it with either hand. And of course, the DZ Rig, there's flexibility in this yoke, in this harness. And with that flexibility, I can easily grab here, pull this around my waist if I need to. If I need to unclasp, pull that around and manipulate my medical kit with my right hand. That's very easy to do. Moving around. A big part of the LBE kit is sustainment. It always makes me laugh when people say, well, does it work well with a backpack? That's not the purpose. You use this so that you don't need a chest rig plus a battle belt. You use LBE instead, and that takes care of what you would put in your chest rig and what you would put in your battle belt and what you would put in your patrol pack. It's a little bit more minimalist, but not much. So, next, as we come around, I keep a steel canteen and I keep a steel cup. I can boil water with this. This rig actually also came with a lid that's in here. And in addition to that, I keep some iodine tablets for water purification. All that in this pouch. There is, as you can see, more MOLLE on the side, more MOLLE on the top, as well as these cinch cords to cinch it down if that's what you wish to do. Using some of that MOLLE, I put my name here so that the guy who's on patrol behind me is reminded who I am in case he forgets. This is the main butt pack. In here, extra pair of socks, very important. Israeli bandage, and this is actually one of those, oh gosh, what's this called? Elias modular bandage. So this can take the place of gauze for wound packing, stuffing, Israeli bandage. It's got several items all in this one piece of kit. We've got some cord because sometimes you need to tie things up. A little bit more cord. Fire starting equipment. And I keep this in a waterproof kind of a container so that it doesn't get ruined. I keep some tweezers, and these are designed specifically for tick removal as well. Extra pocket knife, just in case. And my rifle cleaning kit. More tablets for water purification because water is critical. If there is threat of rain, I can take my rolled up poncho and lash it to the MOLLE right here very easily, super quick. Also, some of you might like those water bladders, hydration bladders. I'm not a huge fan, but if that's what you like, the back of the yoke is very modular and you could attach one very, very easily. Moving around to the other pouch on the other side of the butt pack. And I have a regular water bottle here. I don't need two steel ones for boiling all at once. So I just keep this one so I could hypothetically boil water here, let it cool for a minute, pour it into that, boil another cup of water. Now I've got a ½ gallon extra water prepared and ready to go. As we move, you can see that I have used the MOLLE to attach my Gerber knife. This can be used for magazines. It's a magazine pouch. However, I use this one for my notepad, pen, Sharpie marker, compass. Also got, a little medication, like if I need a headache remedy or whatever. This is my admin pouch. This is where I put my administrative items. I can put a set of binoculars in there if I wish. Lots of different things can go in this pouch. I usually walk rather light, and this is another one of those tick removal devices. I like eating red meat, and I don't want to get that, that sickness, that alpha-gal that causes you to not be able to eat red meat. That would be really, really bad for me because I like my red meat. So tick removal is of primary importance to me here in Tennessee. As mentioned before, 3 more mags. Now, if I wanted, I could put 3 mags here, 3 mags here, 3 here, 3 here. That's 12 magazines. I would have to forego some of the administrative tools that I have in here, and I would have to do something different for an IFAK. I could put it in one of the water containers. I could wear an IFAK up on my chest. I could wear IFAK on my back. Whatever you would want to do, there's 100 different ways you could do it. You could attach the IFAK to the front via the MOLLE. Now, what I have here is I have a light and I have a multi-tool. That's where I keep my commonly used tools for quick deployment if I need. Of course, I have the yoke. One thing I really, really like about this pack, it's adjustable here. I have used this pack for over 1.5 years at this point in time. And one thing I know is that when it's cold and I wear a big heavy coat, like for example an M65 field jacket, one of my favorite coats to wear when I'm out on a patrol, training, practicing with people that I know, what have you, all I have to do is lengthen this out just a wee bit in order to get fitment around the waist. This still works in terms of height. Of course, you can see I have Ranger beads here. I have a carabiner to attach my gloves to. Put any number of different things. That's MOLLE right here. Whatever you like. There's a lot of modularity with this unit, a lot of flexibility. Me personally, if I need additional mags because I like my admin pouch and I'm frequently carrying binoculars and or other items that I might need that are not part of the kit today. So if I need extra magazines, if I feel I need extra magazines, one of the things I have is a bandolier to carry extra magazines. That's coming, a review on that is coming in a future YouTube video. But this bandolier gives me 7 more magazines, so 6 magazines plus 7 plus 1 in the gun. That's 14 magazines. And golly bum, as a civilian, if I get through one of them, you're going to hear about it on the news, much less the other 13. So, people ask about, do you feel outgunned? And the answer is no, not at all. Very, very few operations that would need more than 14 magazines. And if that is the case, there is space for me to wear an assault pack, and I could put some extra magazines in that or on that, maybe on the sides or what have you. So again, you can get this in a number of different patterns. I believe you can get it in multicam. God's Plaid, which is woodland. I almost got that one. Tiger Stripe. Yes, I'm a fan of the old school patterns. They work very, very well here in Tennessee. 100 more things I could say about this pack. 5 stars out of 5. Definitely would recommend. As always, with any kind of a review we do here on Patriot Training, I would like to hear your comments in the comment section down below. Hit like, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can find out when the next Patriot Training video is released. And as always, I must remind you, you don't have to be a Patriot to train, but you do have to train if you want to be a Patriot. Take care.